I really contemplated not telling you about this, or not telling you about this, but just leaving it at that. But since I didn't really get to say goodbye in the last video, I thought I'd go ahead and do a third video, although I'm all tangled up here. I do have a new knitting project on my needles, and these are new needles that I ordered from Lion Brand. They're clover needles, which I have in the past not liked clover needles, but you know what? These are good, nice. They're not bad at all, and they were really inexpensive. So this is the, that's my great, wonderful start. This is the Shiloh shawl. It's a free pattern by Lion Brand, and then I just went ahead and bought the Lion Brand yarn that has a little bit of cashmere in it. And this will be, I thought I bought a colored yarn, but I bought ecru, which is fine. And, you know, it'll go with everything. This will hopefully be a gift for my friend Gail for Christmas. She loves scarves, and I often try to make her a scarf for Christmas. Okay, so I kind of told a lie. I was telling the kids this weekend, Maddie's been home and has seen the house decorated for Halloween, but Ryan hasn't. And I was telling him that it was sad to me that he wasn't going to get to see the house decorated for Halloween this year. I don't think he has for the last 3 years, because he's been away at school. But I was telling him that, and I said, but then, you know, the one thing about this year is I didn't buy anything. And he said, well, Mom, you sent me pictures. And I said, yeah, that's true. It's not the same. I said, but the one thing is I didn't buy anything new this year because I didn't need anything, and, you know, moving into the new house and blah, 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 blah. And then as I'm saying that, I realized that I told a lie, and I did buy 2 new things for Halloween this year, and I'm really contemplating ordering for Thanksgiving as well. But I had something of this person and didn't realize that these were by her. And then I was watching Pam and Steph several weeks ago, and Stephanie was talking about this cute little Lori Mitchell figurine that she had gotten from a friend, and how cute it was, and that they had a whole line of Wizard of Oz, and that they had other lines. And I had to go online and look, and as I'm looking at all these different figurines, I thought, well, that looks a lot like what I have bigger ones of those. And so come to find out, I have these 2 large, this little, you know, they're just little kids dressed in Halloween costumes. So the little candy corn guy and the little witch, and they're quite, you know, they're quite big. They're, I don't know, what, maybe 8 inches, you know, top to bottom, and they have little stands, and they're just up at the piano, one on each end of the piano, and I just think they're so cute. There used to be a store, we lived in Chesterton, Indiana, and there was a little boutique store that had all kinds of figurines and cool stuff, and I collected like these for all the holidays, this size of, you know, I have a little Valentine girl, and I have these 2, and I have just several of them, and I didn't realize that they were Lori Mitchell, and that she made littler ones, and that you can buy them on Amazon. And so Steph talked about it, and I looked them up and figured out, yeah, it's the same thing I have. And oh my gosh, she had the cutest things for Halloween. So I was only going to get one, and that was this little I don't know, things like this that have this kind of detail in them just slay me. And look at this little pumpkin. I just think, oh my goodness, it's so cute. Look at her socks. I almost think this might be the one that Steph has. I don't remember now, but I'm thinking that maybe she did have a little mummy. But anyway, so cute. So, no, she had something from the Wizard of Oz, that's right. So just adorable. And you know, they're not cheap, right? So like I wanted every single one of them, and where am I going to put all this stuff? But then I saw this. I think I'd already put that in my cart. And then I saw this. Look at her. Look at her. So I think she really looks like a little pilgrim lady. And I really was thinking, I wonder if I could like turn the jack-o'-lantern around so that it's just a pumpkin, and then just leave her out for Thanksgiving too with her little black cat. But she's pretty witchy, but I don't know. I just, nutso bananas. They have really cute Thanksgiving ones, and they have Alice in Wonderland, which I absolutely adore Alice in Wonderland, so I don't know. I don't need it. Okay, so now we're at 2.5 videos, and I'll sign off because I don't need to blather on. I think that's pretty much everything. You know, barring any craziness in life, I should be back at least one more time before Thanksgiving, if not twice. I really just plan to stitch like a madwoman between now and the 21st in order to get at least ornaments done. Dory and I decided we were going to do a Christmas ornament exchange every year. And I think I know what I'm doing for that, so I need to get on that. There's several other things I'd like to make for friends. You know, I do this every year, and it's just ridiculous to get to October and be thinking about Christmas gifts that you want to cross stitch, because it's not like it's quick and easy and no big deal. But anyway, you know, just fun stuff. I mean, it's just all good. It's all good. I still love the house. I could not believe, how anxious I was to get home. We had a great time in Virginia, but I was so anxious to get home, and we had a house and dog sitter here, and you know, she was keeping me updated on how the dogs were doing and everything, and that was great. But we were supposed to get hit with a pretty big snowstorm yesterday, and I was really nervous about driving home from the airport. We're about 30 minutes from the airport, and you know, it's hilly out here where we are. We're actually, so you know, I kind of mentioned this before, that we're right next to the Nebraska-Iowa border, and you cross over into Iowa 7 miles from our house. You go over the Missouri River, cross over into Iowa, and the town that's right there when you cross over the border is Council Bluffs, and Iowa, and it's, you know, not a large town, but it's a decent sized town, and a lot of people live in Council Bluffs and work in Nebraska and vice versa. You know, they're kind of twin cities in a way. Well, we live on the bluff, so, and Brian thinks we live on the actual bluff between, like the bluff that Council Bluffs is named for. I mean, there are other bluffs, but we're on the tallest one. And so it's hilly out here, and it's windy, and you know, so I was really worried about icy roads and getting home from the airport. But we landed, and the roads were a little bit wet, but nothing had stuck, and it wasn't icy at all. And I actually drove home from the airport, and just as we got to the top of our driveway, this giant big snowflakes started coming down, and we got probably about 3 inches of snow. Most of it's melted today because it got into the 40s today, but and we're supposed to get 60s and maybe even 70s by the end of the week. But it was so pretty to come over the top of the driveway and see the snow falling, and I just love it. We're so lucky to live out here. I love it. Oh, I know one thing that was fun. We got the little Playhouse that sits out front. What used to be Pepto-Bismol Pink. It's across the driveway and kind of down our little road. But we have this little Playhouse. It's really cute. It's really nice, big enough for a person my size to stand up in. And I'm going to turn it into a potting shed for now, and then someday if I have grandchildren, I'll switch it back and turn it back into a Playhouse. But it was Pepto-Bismol Pink. It was really ugly, and I looked. The whole front of the house looks out that direction, and so any window that you look out from the front of the house, you would see that. And I told Brian, it's such an eyesore, so I hired a friend to come paint it for me, and she did such an amazing job, and I'll insert a picture of that here at the end so that you can see it. It's so cute. I'm so happy with it. So I'm looking out to that right now. So, okay, that's everything. I hope you're well. I hope you're getting some stitching in. Hopefully the fires in Colorado and, you know, Washington and Oregon and California are slowly but surely dying out, and tropical storms are hopefully coming to an end. And I mean, there just seems to be, I don't know, the numbers for COVID are just going up every day. Luckily the last 2 days here, our numbers have gone down a little bit, but we reached an all-time high, like tripled our last peak, the 16th, a week ago Friday. And so we're kind of back to just staying home, not really going out, not really mixing with people too much. You know, just to try to stop the spread as much as possible. So I don't know. wearing our masks. That was an adventure, wearing our masks, you know, flying. And through the airport, it was fine until we had to run through the Atlanta airport in order to we got delivered on concourse A and had to go all the way to F and the end of F, and we had very little time, and we made it, but we had to run. And you know, I'm not in good shape. I mean, come on. And of course, Maddie and Brian are, and we're running, and you have these masks on, and it's hard to breathe, and my mask was like getting inhaled, and that was a challenge. But other than that, it wasn't bad wearing the masks on the plane or anything, and everybody was very good about it. And yeah, so no, it was fine. But anyway, okay, that's all. Take care, everybody, and I hope I see you soon. Bye, guys.